I was a little bit more loosey-gooseier on stage.
Fuck, okay.
And
whatever that means.
I was more chill.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just say that? For the first time in 13 years, I had rocket jetpack propulsion system. Anyways, that's this week's comedy recap. Shout outs to the corner. Shout outs to a boss for putting on an absolutely stellar night of shows. I guess I should talk a little bit about the shows. This is not the end of comedy recap. Since I've been back, since you've been gone, I'm just at a blink. Boom, I'm in Avatar state, and here's earth, water, air, fire. Let's do a segment that we do here every week. This is ultimate. This is ultimately what the podcast is about. It's actually chronicling and following and documenting our come up as comedians. I brought Dante further into the game. This nigga is all the way in now. He's a bitch nigga, stuck. But together we will succeed. Yeah, this is we all stuck, bro. We all bitch niggas stuck. I'm trying to take my shoes off. The studio's getting hot. All right, shoes are off. Revealing too much about the show right now. Let's do fucking comedy recap. Let's talk about the lost souls of comedy, ourselves included. The poor suckers that decided to do not even just art, performance art. What morons. But we're following our hearts. How's the comedy week been for you, bro?
It was great.
It's actually been a really good week.
This is my best week so far.
I'm excited now that you're doing more comedy that we can actually like start to chronicle your, because you're obviously fresher in the game.
Yes.
So it's fun to get the duality of like where I'm at and trying to break through the next fucking plateau.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to create like your voice still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like that. That's follow our shit. Nigga, subscribe.
That's what's known as a force dyad.
I sense a dyad in the force. It's these two Negroes. One is new comedy and the other one is old comedy. Figure it out, niggas. Good. Use your anger. Feel the power of the dark side. I'm afraid my little thing is fully operational. How did we get back to Star Wars? God damn it. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? I'm too high. It's too hot. How many shows did you do this past week?
Dose.
That's way more than you did last week.
Yeah, I made up for it.
That's 200 times the amount. I think you did no sets last week, no?
Yeah, but 200 times 0.
All right, well, that's whatever, nigga.
I don't know. I did 2
Yeah, because
shows.
if you had done one show versus none, then that's 100 times more. So doing 2 shows...
What's 100 times 0?
Well, that would be 0, no?
Yeah, so if I did 100 times more than 0, I'd still be at 0. I just did one.
Man, you
more
did 2 sets.
Yeah.
Versus
You're
no
saying 200%.
sets.
I did 2 shows.
I think that still works, though, no? The 200%?
I don't know if it mathematically. I don't know. Does one
Somebody
times
call
one
Neil
equal
deGrasse
2?
Tyson.
Call Terrence Howard.
Get Terrence Howard, Joe Rogan on the line. Put him in a room. Have him figure out 1 + 1 first, and then get to our stupid ass fucking dilemma afterwards. Both open. No, one was a book. One was a book show.
One was a book show.
And what was a mic?
One was a mic.
Did you work on shit at the open mic that you did at the book show?
I did.
So how was that process for you?
It was fun. I mean, because one of the things that I did was I did something topical.
What was it?
I talked about, Mr. Orange.
Yeah.
Getting shot.
All right.
Well, he got hit, but you know what I mean.
I'm hit.
So I did that at the open mic.
Yeah.
Tried out the premise. Got some laughs. I'm like, sick. I'm going to do this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I did it the next day, and it got an even bigger laugh.
Was it the next day? Oh, yeah. The mic was Thursday.
Yeah.
And then the show was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been fun.
Yeah.
Was that your first back-to-back nights of shows?
Yep.
Yeah, you starting to get in. It's gonna go like this.
And I unlocked a new skill. I went down a new tree. Like, you know, like
I went down a new tree.
Like a skill tree for all the gamers out there.
Okay, I see.
So
I went down a new tree.
I climbed up a new tree, whatever.
No, that makes sense. When you break it down like video games.
So like I got further into the game where I reached a new point where I could start to go down, and it only happened on the paid show, right? So I was doing my jokes, and then, you know, I was a little bit more loosey gooseier on stage.
Fuck, okay.
And
whatever that means.
I was more chill.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just say that? Loosey goosey. I don't know what the hell's going on there. It sounds like you were doing drugs.
You know, loosey goosey. You're relaxed.
Oh my god! Don't ever do that again.
Anyways, so I was a lot more chill, and one of the things, while I was up there, I was doing my jokes.
Yeah.
And then I made like just a face with no words, and then that got laughs.
This is adorable. I feel like I'm watching you just learning to walk.
No, literally. So I'm like, oh, so now I have this new path that I can go down with just facial expressions.
Was there a setup to the facial expression? Was the facial expression tied to a joke or a punchline?
It was tied to a joke, like in between jokes. And I this is why I wish I had it recorded, because I just threw it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was looking at the audience. I don't even remember the face that I did. You know what I mean? But they just started laughing. And I was like,
but you did a face on purpose.
On purpose. And like, I just did a face. I was like, whatever, you know, whatever I did.
Yeah.
And then they laughed. I was like, sick.
Like you don't know fully why, but like, I unlocked a new thing.
Yeah, I unlocked the new skills.
It's like you got the skill, but you don't know fully how to ignite. It's like Supercell, the beginning of Supercell.
Yeah, exactly.
You just unlocked your powers, but it's like, wait, I don't know how to activate it like on purpose yet.
So that was like something new.
I feel like that's in line with your Walmart bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like the reverse thing of what happened with the Walmart joke, where like you said you phrased going on a date at Walmart,
yes,
in such a way, but you were oblivious to it,
to why that was funny.
But this way, like you actually came in knowing that the face was a thing you wanted to do.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't plan on I didn't do the face at the open mic.
So it was a riff.
It was a face riff.
It was a face riff.
And I tried to riff with the Walmart thing at the open mic.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I could probably do that at the show. But then I forgot, because the face riff worked somewhere. I don't know where, I don't even remember where in the set it was. I think it was like earlier on, like 20% through, maybe like 2 minutes.
Did you do a whole 5 minutes at the book show? Okay.
Yeah, whole 5 minutes. So like maybe a minute.
You feel more comfortable doing 5 minutes now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable because I have more than 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah, that'll make you feel more comfortable for sure.
Yeah, if I had 3 minutes like the first time, I remember like
the first time you did 5 minutes, you didn't have 5 minutes. Hey man, that's how you learn though.
Yeah, so now I have more than 5 minutes. So I'm like,
as long as it's not a situation where you're actually like negatively affecting future bookings or like a perception or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like doing it at a level that doesn't actually count. Not that it doesn't count, but like, you know what I mean? Like there's no high stakes.
Yeah.
That's where you fucking do all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Center for Talking Arts, you were at Thursday, and then a Boss's show.
And I went up first, Center for Talking Arts.
And you went up first at a Boss's show.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's different at an open mic. Because like a boss goes up and does 20.
Yeah, but the host also goes up and does 10 or whatever, 5-10.
Okay, but they at the Center for Talking Arts, they were doing something different.
Well, it's a mic, so
but
like,
they had they had 3 hosts on the stage
at the same time.
Yeah, they
were really doing something different that night.
Yeah.
Man, they're just up for just trying random shit out.
Yeah,
it's interesting. That place is very interesting.
And then I went up, and then I did like a little joke off of what they were doing.
Yeah.
For Center for Talking Arts, so like that like got me on the wave of laughter, because I started with something related to what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was able to kind of surf that through the set.
Okay. Way to go. Keep that shit up.
Yeah.
Momentum is everything, bro. And especially in this goddamn game, bro. Momentum is everything.
I might have to buy my own set of mics though.
Maybe.
Because if I go and record, like I should have recorded those sets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I might have to grab a.
It's a good cheap investment, bro. You missed Amazon days. Prime days.
Prime Day. Fuck Prime Day.
Yeah, shout out to Abbas Wahab. Got the homie represented on the wall now.
Mm-hmm.
He signed it for me and everything.
Sick.
That's the poster for his tour, his first American tour. Shout out to the homie. We linked up with him in Austin, Texas. You'll see more of that footage releasing over periods of time here on the channel. So make sure you're locked in. Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. Help us fight Mr. Algorithm every day. If you want to see some real comedy content, get some interviews from people all over the space of comedy, not just at the highest levels, but at the highest levels and all the way down to the slums. You're locked into the right place. This is a comedy channel run by comedians for real comedy fans. Hit that subscribe. Check the Patreon out and support any way you can. Love y'all. Anyways, back to the comedy recap. Spent Thursday at the Corner Comedy Club. Spent Friday all day pretty much with Dante and Abbas. We rolled into Abbas's studio and recorded an episode of his podcast. Then we hung out for a bit and linked up with him at his show, Abbas Wahab and Friends at Free Times Cafe. Then I was just at the Corner Comedy Club once again last night. And yeah, I think I briefly talked about it last week because I had my first set back from the trip last week.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my first full week back and just compacted all the shows into like 3 days. Smokes weed. That's what I do. But yeah, I don't even know how to describe. I mean, I do, but I don't necessarily know that I want to describe it all because some of the process is just for me still, you know what I mean?
For sure.
But this feels like one of those growth spurts, which I've had many of.
Mm-hmm.
You have the spurt, and then you have the plateau period where you're kind of ruminating, you're building up new skills, just before it starts to feel like you're fucking about to kill yourself because nothing's happening. Boom, an opportunity shoots you up to the next fucking plateau. Then you're stagnant, or not stagnant, but you know, da-da-da-da. So I've been at this level of like just like plateau, but like accumulated a ton of skills and knowledge and connections,
mm-hmm.
and just locked in even more so on vision and understanding of what I want out of this. And I have yet to get that propel, like that rocket propel boost,
Mm-hmm.
until that Austin trip. And then that Austin trip was literally like the first time I've ever had NOS in the tank.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I mean? So it's like you get to, yeah.
We need a NOS button.
Yeah, that would be like
Need fucking Fast and Furious NOS button.
and then they zoom in all the
Yeah.
way and show you all the
Yeah.
the friggin' gear shifts and all that shit. It's so funny, bro. That's the best way I can describe it, though. For the first time in 13 years, I had a rocket jetpack propulsion system,
Mm-hmm.
and I had actually like. But what's even crazier is that okay, I was in that plateau period and then shooting up to the next phase or whatever, the next skill level, the next area of opportunities, whatever that may be. But it was also a different sensation because this was also the first time that everything I had done before, because all of my accolades or whatever, my accomplishments and my click ups have all been within the Canadian
Mm-hmm.
comedy space, which, like I've said on my socials, like I've said on the podcast, nothing that we do in Canada counts other than the fact that you are accumulating skill.
Mm-hmm.
So that does count.
And
So
stage time.
stage time and stuff. But what I mean by nothing counts is your credits. None of that means shit when you get to the big leagues, like where the real industry is, where the real opportunities are, where not even just the industry, you can succeed outside of the industry technically in the States. You don't have to go the Hollywood route in the States, and you could be a working club comic because the infrastructure is there. And I had never gotten to experience that even at the surface level. But then to get to see the comedy slums out there, and then also get to see the middle class, and then also get to be around people like Russell Peters, Brian Holtzman and shit, like Jason Rouse, showing us this real fucking big boy shit, which is where we belong and where we've been saying we're getting to actually get there is a different experience and one that I didn't put any expectations on because I've just learned that over time not to do that. But also being aware of the opportunities that were in front of us. I think there's a fine line. So many people that make it or get some stardom or get whatever, like notoriety and fame or whatever, like the click up, the major click up where you can start to sell tickets to your thing. And not even just comedy, but in any really entertainment medium or outlet, musician, whatever the fuck. So many people don't recognize that the moments don't last forever. So they think that their fame is going to be there. Like they think they're going to have a career like a Snoop where they're famous for fucking 5 decades.
It's just crazy.
You know what I mean? Like that's like, you gotta not have expectations like that. Sure, maybe have them confidently, privately, but I don't necessarily think pushing that as an image out there is the best course of action because 98% of the examples that you got tell you otherwise, you know? So I like to always be aware of what's happening for me as it's happening while enjoying the moment, not taking myself out of it and being like, yo, yeah, this is fucking, I'm still in the moment and enjoying it, but also being aware of the fact that, yo, like get the most out of this shit that you can because who's to say that you ever get these opportunities again? Like low expectations, but a high belief.
High faith.
High faith. Nah, it's not even a faith, bro, because faith is not knowing. Faith is faith. I know now.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
faith.
Is it?
Yeah, because you believe in something. Full stop. Like it's like.
But that's not faith.
It is.
That's knowing.
You have, but you know you have faith in what you know. You have faith in what you know is going to happen.
But then why would those two things be separate if they weren't the same? You have faith in what you know. Why would that? Is that not? That's what's it called? What's that word called? Redundant.
I think faith is something that is over a period of time,
like untangible.
But it's a belief in something over a period of time that's intangible. In a way, like you it is tangible, but you don't really see all the details.
Yeah, like
right. So you have to know it's going to happen. You have to be able to like see in the darkness and know like I'm walking through the darkness and I know I'm not going to.
But that's knowing.
But it's faith as well. At least from my perspective.
I get it though, because you can't 100% know. You know? But can you?
No. You can't 100% know.
I don't know. Yeah, I just saw something. This is a complete side note, but I just saw some, like, it was like a BBC fucking news story or whatever. There's a, like, elementary school out in Europe where they straight up, it's not a Jedi school, but when they described what they're doing, you know how when Jedi do the sensory test and they cover the pupil's eyes and then they have a screen in front of them and then the screen displays, like, multiple things, so it'll be like a fucking spaceship or an alien fucking animal or whatever, and the pupil is supposed to tell them what they see on the screen without being able to use their eyes.
Yes.
So it's all sent, like, bro, they do this in real life.
Yeah.
And the kids actually have, like, they get this shit right.
Yeah, because that's a real thing.
Yes. I'm just saying, I just learned about this being a school. Bro, they have X-Men school.
Yeah, we don't have, because we have worker school. We have factory worker schools here.
They actually have Professor Xavier's Academy of the fucking whatever gifted.
Yeah. Because like those are senses that we're not really taught to believe in.
Of course. But then we get force-fed them through bullshit media like Star Wars.
Yes.
And here's me, a fan of Star Wars, knowing that. And this is why I look like when you hear words like occult or whatever on this podcast, oh, these guys are devil worshippers. You're ignorant as fuck. You don't even know, like, get your head out of your ass. Stop buying into dogma, which is a belief system that was given to you, not one that you ever thought to question or check and validate for yourself. Star Wars, especially to me, that's why I gravitate towards Star Wars so much, because they take so much from all of the spiritual faiths and practices and the mysticism and all that shit, and they just mishmash it. And the older I get, the more I learn about the actual history of that stuff, and the more I see like the hidden stories in all these major popular fucking franchises and series and shows and video games and all this stuff. So yeah, I'm a nerd, but I feel like I'm looking at shit through a different lens at this point. Like, yeah. Anyways, that's this week's comedy recap. Wherever you are, go check out some live comedy. It's the absolute best. Shout outs to The Corner. Shout outs to a boss for putting on an absolutely stellar night of shows. I guess I should talk a little bit about the shows. This is not the end of comedy recap. What the trip, and we talked about this last week, the Holtzman revelation and all that shit.
Yeah.
I have fully, like, man, it's you see, like, I'm having difficulty even finding the words to fully describe. We talked about Avatar State in the last few episodes of the podcast.
Yep.
Like, I'd say before the trip, when we talked about the Avatar State, especially now. Wait, let me really think about what I want to say.
Yeah, really.
Because I was already able to tap into Avatar State on stage. I will concede to the fact that I wasn't doing it consistently. And that's where things like Nubian and Kenny telling me is like, yo, don't be as high. Over the years, I learned is like, okay, smoking weed actually drains me of not even my energy levels, but my desire to tap into the fucking crank it out to 11, which is where I shine the most on stage.
Yep.
Since the return of our trip, or from our trip, my sets have been so laser focused in terms of displaying my best attributes in, like I said last week, rinsing the joke and getting every last drop out of it.
Yeah.
Acting out every scenario, bringing people in, and it shows.
100. I saw it. Like I saw, because I didn't get to see the first time you did the full,
Yeah, that was the
Texas White Girl.
That was the set at Thursday's fucking Corner Comedy Club show where Derek unfortunately fucked up with the camera.
But I saw that at Free Ties. Smashed.
Like, bro, it's gotten applause breaks.
I know.
Like, it's got, like every time I tell it now.
Because I saw the earlier versions of it.
Yeah.
And now I see, now you really you squeezed all the
and
the
that
juice
has
out
forced
of it.
me to really go through. So I'm working almost not backwards, because I really challenged myself since coming back. I'm like, I wanna really get back to this new material that I'm working on, or not even necessarily all the material that I've been working on this new album for. But I wrote shit while we were in Texas. I've wrote stuff that I haven't touched at all yet, and because I've been working on this album material, I'm in a good place about it, where I'll come back to it very soon, because I want to get this album idea out. But I also wanted to challenge myself to make sure I'm like, yo, lock into getting in the rhythm of just new shit, old shit again. And I don't know, maybe this experience of Texas and some of the newer stories that I brought back on stage just tie in so well. You know what I also challenged myself with this past weekend at the Corner? I did one time that Texas white girl joke, because it wasn't originally a Texas. It had nothing to do with Texas.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's why
I took those beats and I actually chopped the joke into two parts. So part of it is in Texas and part of it is a story that happened out here.
Yes.
But I just interchanged like the pillowcase part and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I brought that into the local story, but I gave it context
of Texas.
with the Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that fucking man, like I feel like I'm new in comedy all over again in terms of my excitement levels.
You just found a new skill tree to go down.
But I'm not like to bring it to some Tao Te Ching shit.
Oh yeah, so you've been posting that a lot,
Bruh.
It's fire book, right?
And now I know where Bruce Lee got that be like water.
Oh yeah,
That's Tao,
that's
bro.
Tao. Yeah,
I'm
be formless.
formless.
Yeah.
And this is I'll cap the comedy recap with this.
Oh, you're adding a form to it. No, I'm joking.
No, but it's actually displaying how I've been formless. Where I'm saying, because I really like when I get into like, and it works. It works when I really am locked into the jokes. When I get into a more calm energy on stage, I get on the stool and I bring the energy down.
Yeah.
I'm all calm and cool, collected, but then I get all fucking. I've usually thrived by picking one lane or the other. When I tried to mix it before, varied results.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hit, sometimes it's miss, or the set just has a mishmash energy in terms of laughter because it's never a bad set, but it's never the level of laughter and consistency as when I pick either high energy or chill energy.
Got you.
And high energy works like 99% of the time. I'll give it that 1% offshoot, but chill energy works for me right now about 70% of the time. 30%, I'm still figuring. But since I've been back, since you've been gone, bruh, I've been seamlessly. And that's where I feel like this avatar state, I really got a lock on it. Where maybe before I learned how to access avatar state, but now I'm just at a blink, boom, I'm in avatar state, and here's earth, water, fucking air, like fire, all at once, nigga. Just
yeah.
I'll put some of my my recent sets at the beginning of this episode because I'm gonna release them as material, like as comedy clips this week, anyways. So I'll put one of the portions of my corner comedy club set at the beginning of this, but I still gotta watch Free Times and get clips out of that.
Okay.
But shit's been gangbusters, bruh.
Yeah.
I love comedy so much. And the fact that I'm like, bruh, you're not a complete version of yourself until you're in your deathbed. Not retirement, because what the fuck is retirement?
Yeah.
You're not a complete version of yourself until you're in your deathbed. And even then, that's not complete, nigga. You just wrapped up this part of the chapter. That's
just the beginning.
Yeah.
We're just in the prologue right now.
Man. Comedy recap done, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 5.
I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. Once again, the Patreon is launched. If you do want to watch my comedy special right now, you can do so. It's only $10 and you can get it as part of the subscription fee. So like if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can get it that way, or you can just buy it outright for $10 that way. Once again, for transparency, I will release the comedy special for free on the YouTube once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you can also just hit the subscriber button and just do that. You can support that way, whichever way you want to support. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I don't necessarily use it the way everybody else does, but I'm there if you want to find me. AKA Black Zeus is the person to find on those platforms.